going to a competition in August, tinter battles, and bringing a bunch of my guys. I was asking how good of an installer he was, how good his installers his guys were, and of course, we're all the best. But I would say, won't be shocked, 50% of installers are California. Mostly probably centrally located LA.
It's a good name for a tint shop. We're the best window tint.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Born to Tint Podcast. I'm Ricky, and I'm glad to be here with my big brother, Josh. We are rocking it solo today. We're doing a one-on-one. Haven't done one in a minute. We are going to be talking about Film Fest, upcoming events, tinter battles, WFCT, and just kind of how our year's been going. Check it out. You're welcome.
Wait, which camera was that?
Tinter battles is going to have a store, I guess, where you can sell and feature products on. So,
were you talking about dick sticks?
Yeah, the dick stick. We gotta think of a different name.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You got a dick stick, and you could have it in your pouch right next to your hand job.
Yeah, no. Getting good feedback. A lot of people are asking about it. I don't think people are still using it to its potential because they're so used to using other squeegees, but that's to be expected. I've seen people like, oh yeah, I use it to prep my window. I'm like, what? Oh, we didn't use it for that. Like, use it to stick your film.
It is good. That's why I like it as just like the only thing you need is it's good to clean the window. And then I immediately just use it to tint the window. But also, like, we started before most of these hand tools ever existed. So we got so used to tinting with a turbo style squeegee. I just think we're just used to it. Oh. And I think just like people that started with an Orange Crush or something on a handle, that's just what they're used to pushing with. So I like it better as a pushing squeegee than a cleaning squeegee because it actually grips well.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But hey, however you want to use it, use it. I don't care. We put it in a lot of people's hands at Film Fest. We were just cutting up pieces. Here you go. Make a video.
How was that?
It's good. It's fun. Definitely, obviously, smaller, more intimate conference. But it's fun. Had a good time. Met a bunch of people that I hadn't met in person before. So that was crazy. Like you were saying earlier about people mentioning seeing stuff. Like I had multiple people walk up to me and like the amount of like one guy got into like the clip we just posted. He got into flat glass because of us talking.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've had so many conversations with calls for people to come to Tint Lab that I've heard that over and over and over again. It's wild. But yeah, those of you that are listening and watching, thank you. Because it's cool to know that people are actually like paying attention.
Oh, I'm just happy that at least what we talk about isn't just like there is some value being given out. That makes me happy.
Something else I realized is like there are people watching. Hey, if you do have a specific question or something maybe you want us to talk about next time we do something like this, or even make just a normal like clip of, maybe just put on social, put it in the comments on whatever platform you're on, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. If you're listening to this and you have a question for us, put it in the comments and we'll be looking at it. Right now, our comments aren't full of a bunch of comments, so it'll be really easy to find and we'll respond to it.
Well, then also, if you're afraid to ask the question, unfortunately, because of the keyboard warriors being morons, send us a DM.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll answer it. So, yeah. But no, it's a fun competition. The curveballs were fun. Cumulative scoring, like I said, I just had a bad first round, just enough to limp into the finals and had the best window in the finals, but not by a big enough margin. I needed the other guys to stumble.
Did they give you the scores for each round?
Yeah. Well, you get your first score because you get to see if you make it. And then, like I had to overcome like a 23-point deficit to beat Fernando. So, and then to get into, I was 3 points shy of podium, taking third. I think Magic took third. What was the name of the second place guy? Flat glass. He's a killer too. I just can't remember his name. I thought Magic took third. Yeah, Magic was third.
Oh.
And Fernando was one. The second guy, you know him. As soon as when Jordan finds the name.
I've seen a clip. I've seen like the post that shows all the finalists. I don't remember everybody's names on there, but like looking at it, I feel like I knew.
No, yeah, you see him, you know him. He's always he's in all the competitions. He's at the top constantly.
I think the cumulative score is good when it's a smaller competition, because like
Johnny Blades.
Yeah.
I'm a moron. I'm thinking of the wrong competition. It was Johnny Blades.
I knew Johnny took second. But like, a bigger competition, I think, especially if it's only like 8 people going on to the finals, there shouldn't be that big of a point difference from the best window out of 8 out of like 60 people compared to a smaller group. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter as much the bigger the pool is. Well, because the difference in those top 8 is going to be minor. Where, you know what I mean? Like if you put up that point at WFCT, you're not making the final.
No.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
So it's like I don't know. I think either way works.
Well, I talked to Dustin because I know Dustin Gonzalez. He's part of the film group. They're helped put the show on. Yeah, he asked me like what my thoughts were on it, and it's like, for me, I think they should just leave it to where, if you're gonna do a cumulative, do the same thing twice, so you get a second crack at it, and then reduce the time. So give us 20 minutes on the first round, whatever the setup's gonna be, behind a bar, around wood, or whatever it is, and then the next round, all right, you gotta do it again, but now you have 5 less minutes. You know, so
add a window. That's the one. I think maybe you still do the original window, but then you got a secondary window to do, and you got a little bit more time, because then you're getting a second crack at the first window. And that would even out the first and second round, kind of. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
And then the championship window is
They had the stands to do that. We easily could have done that bar one again, and then had to do our other one. There's some guys they pre-cut and peeled off the glass. I pre-cut and then I reverse rolled it, and I could like feel the tension from Jordan as he was recording. I like it, like oh, is he gonna drop roll this? Like I could just like, he had like mentioned I could hear him a little bit, and then also I could just feel him like just standing there staring like, the hell is he gonna do? Is he actually gonna drop roll that? Like just release it and let it fly? No,
I didn't even watch how you did that. I don't think I've seen it. Did you go from the top down?
The first round. I went from top down. Yeah. To be honest, I originally was in my head. I was gonna go from the bottom up because it was split in the middle, and I think from the bottom up I could have controlled the contamination better.
See, that's how I probably would have attacked it. I would have unrolled it a lot and sprayed it like a lot, rolled it back up, wet the bottom half of the window really good, and then started it at the bottom. And then you can pull up quickly and it just releases. The other thing that I think would have been sick on that when I saw it was having one of those freaking edges to put on the box. I don't think you would need to pre-cut it. You could cut it like only a 1/2 inch wide and be able to feed it through without having to pre-cut it.
That was the game plan. I pulled the pattern. I just overcompensated and pulled it like 1.5 inches too long, which when I noticed that, like everyone was wondering what I was doing, I could hear Allie too, is I had it rolled tight and I just hacked off 1.5 inches when they rolled up, and they're like, I never thought of that. And it's just like, yeah, what else do I'm not going to, because the pattern was I put it up against the window. I was like, oh, this is way too big.
I've had to do that before, but not ideal in a competition. Yeah, you shouldn't really have to do it enough to need a special tool. I was just thinking a really good pair of scissors would be nice right there.
Oh, actually, I think I might have had a pair on me too. No, that, and then also it's on me. I should have went by Tony South's booth. He had a product which I only saw on social media after the fact. Instead of it was
that slip.
Well, no, not the slip. He had 3D printed, like in 1 foot increments, things that you could put on the box and then put a blade through to split it to where I either could have split something out, which again, this is where like, if you so happen to hear this, in my eyes, it's not cheating. It's called game planning, and fishing through the gray area. Every time I started both those rounds, I had 2 straight edges. I put my film on the fucking film handler, cut a straight edge, and put the film back in the box and closed my box. You couldn't pull a pattern. but there was nothing said about me going to cut myself a straight edge to begin with. So like even in the finals, when I pre-cut my window, I went off of laying 2 straight edges. I had my top and my side, and then I cut my one side and I cut around everything. In the prelim round, I had a straight edge on there. I just pulled the shit too long. And then my dumb ass didn't realize, like, when I went to go cut the edge off, I cut off my straight edge. So I ended up backfiring anyway. But with that box splitter, it's either I could have lined them up all the way across and just measured it and just literally been like, all right, so I can't tuck my rubber, but if I cut it just wide enough, I can lay it in there and I can pull my rubber back and I can throw my film back there. Because that was one of my questions. Because the rubbers were loose like I thought they were going to be. Is if I'm cutting against my rubber and my tint pushes in, like I'm not going to have a gap, because they were trying to make everyone cut like the perfect gap against the rubber, which just can't be done on that rubber because it gives too much. So I was like, so if I'm not tucking my edge, but my film pushes up because I'm pushing hard on the rubber, and then I take a hard card and tuck it behind him, I gotta get knocked off for that. And they said no. So in hindsight, I wish I would have saw that, either split it out of the box, like, because with that, as long as you secured the film tight in the box, I could have put a blade in there, and at least I would have ended up with a factory top and 2 sides, like perfectly cut, hold it through, bump it in, tuck it all the way around, and just cut my bottom edge. But with 15 minutes, it was tight. I'll say that. I think the first round had 3 people finish or 4 people finish. Everyone else, Chris didn't finish. Nate made a mistake of, like, got it in, and all he had to do is literally just bump it up, and then he just like he cut something shy on one corner, and instead of just pulling his film up for it to be covered, he just ripped it off and cut a new piece. And he's like, in hindsight, I should have just moved my film up. And it's like, what are you gonna do? So, I mean, it was a fun competition. I got to compete across from Chris Brooks, so that was fun. The finals, I got to pick, same thing, finals, you got to pick your window. That was the one cool thing about that competition. You kind of picked where you wanted to go. So, but, you know, auto, Kyle did really well. Bottom loading my windows, my on those Mercedes, if it catches at any point, it just fills with felt, and it did. I should have ran the risk of popping the doors. They were on top of making sure they were popped back in, but like I thought, not to say they were going to be stricter, but it was one of those things where I thought it wasn't worth the risk of breaking a clip, because if you broke a clip, it was DQ. So if we would have pulled our rubbers, I have no doubt we would have made it into the next round. Our cuts were great, no gaps, good top edges, just contamination. So PPF went well, got in the finals of that. But on the front bumper, I didn't use hot water. I was using distilled water. Chris brought up a good point. He's like, you should use a steamer. I was like, yeah, that probably would have been a good idea. There was one sitting right next to me. I was using a heat gun to dry my edges out. I ended up burning a piece. I think I got too comfortable with the time because things were moving smooth, but then I didn't leave myself enough time. So they wrote on the car what the deduction was. So when I walked back after the finals in flat, I saw 72.5. I was like, Tony, is that my score? Or is it not your deductions? I'm like, cool. Awesome. All right. So I'm definitely not in the top 3. So, but it was a fun competition. It was a nice mix between Tinter Battles and WSCT, because they were strict on certain things, but also loose on stuff you could do. Like you could talk shit to each other within the arena. Just can't get coached by anybody. Like Tinter Battles, that kind of goes out the window. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
So there was some rules, but not a lot. So it was fun. I think they're going to do it in Nashville next year, if I'm not mistaken, or I think that was just Nate trying to convince Cash to do it in Nashville, which would be fun in Nashville.
He just gave me an idea, actually. At Tinter Battles, there is no rule that people can't talk. Everybody talks. We should, if possible, if we're not competing at the same times.
If Carlos puts us in the same heat, he is a shitty producer.
Well, I'm just saying, for anybody that we bring that comes with us, we have enough people. Everybody should have someone that's standing over their shoulder as like an extra set of eyes and ear. It is an advantage.
Yeah. Like
if I could be yelling, hey, do you feel like telling you to do something that I'm seeing you're missing, or anybody, you know what I mean? Like we might as well like have someone in the corner basically helping coach.
Yeah.
If you can, why not?
Oh yeah, no.
Like talking about finding the gray area is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. For some reason that just sparked that idea in my head. Like people don't go out of their way to actually do that at Tinter Battles, even though you can.
It depends what circle you're around. I remember Wiz Castle. I was over in Marcus and Joe's corner. I was yelling shit at Marcus, telling him about fingers.
I was
and
just
fighters.
cheering. I was just
Oh well, I wanted to watch Marcus and Joe install, so I was just standing there. You can scream, so why not? So hey, fighter, bottom right corner. So definitely take advantage of that with tinter battles. In WSCT will be fun with putting the mics on. Probably have that. I mean, the mics. What the mics will be good for is for the decorative, because the decorative we are going to be talking to each other. You got 3 hours. I definitely want to take advantage of using a UV printer. I'm going to use Vegas Print Supplies as our print company, and if anything, put them as like a sponsor. See if I can just get them to print it for me. Like, why not for the exposure? But that should be fun to actually use films and actually do some overlaying patterns. You need to get on. I don't think we need to find a designer if we're going to do print and we're going to do overlays. That needs to be something that where you need to start working on a prompt with
I could
Perplexity, whatever one you're using.
I've been getting really good at results with the Perplexity Computer. Anybody out there playing with like Claude or any of that, and you haven't tried it, try Perplexity Computer. It's pretty good.
That's what Armando uses.
I don't know. I like the fact that it's not stuck in just the Claude ecosystem, but it still uses their large language models. But it also uses ChatGPT. It's got GPT 5.5 right now. It's got the best Gemini model. It's got all that, and it uses whichever one it needs based off the task that it's doing. But I've had, some crazy decorative job success with that, where it's literally taken the picture from the customer, turned it into a fully vectorized image that is cuttable and printable, with 15 minutes of tweaking it and prompting it and giving it the measurements. Play around with that stuff, guys. It's pretty useful.
But yeah, no, I'd say Film Fest was a success. Looking forward to tinter battles. Ended up getting some news yesterday, to which if you might have to bleep this out, but I'm gonna say it. Found out SolarGuard is going to be the big manufacturer backing flat glass, and they're backing PPF too. So they're big sponsor, which is cool. So that's cool to see SolarGuard go in that direction. So and then back that competition. That was something that I was really trying to push for, and if they want views, they're gonna get views. They get a lot of damn views.
Yeah.
So it's cool to get that text, and I think that's dropping today. So I don't think we're gonna have to bleep out the name of that manufacturer, but it's cool to see that they're doing that. I look forward to that. I don't know how he's gonna pull it off, but it'll be fun to see how he does. I know he'll figure it out. Competition wise, I know that competing is not going to be half day anymore. It's full day. The competition's going to start at 9 and run the entire day, because I think that's the only way he's going to be able to get all the competing done. I know the area is big enough to where they'll be able to simultaneously. I think they're going to be both running at the same time. I think him and Carly are going to bounce back and forth. So he's going to be running around like a chicken with its head cut off. So good. Tip my hat to him that he's going to go for it.
When is the dates? When is
15th and 16th
of
August?
Oh, so we're running it back to back.
Yeah. That's why I objected to that. Technically, I was going to step away from WFCT for a year. My main thing was I wanted to go to tinter battles because of what effect it had on our social media last year. It's like that was the big push. But because we got to go be at WFCT, so. Which, we got SolarGuard backed us in that. I know Tint will have a play in there somewhere. And I know Eric from Rewired wants to get on the sponsorship too, of some sort. So, which I told him, I was like, if everything's already kind of taken care of, you can just write me a check.
Actually, Eric is what reminded me, the AI thing. Did you see the other mock-up I did a week or two ago? Customer, front of the home. Up in Dragon Ridge, and they've got blacked out garage glass, and then the two front windows of the two sliding glass doors in the front of the home.
The Prestige 20.
Yeah. They're white blinds, so the house looks totally different when you're driving by. The only thing she cared about is wanting these windows to look the same. Didn't even really care so much about the heat rejection. But then it's tempered glass. I was like, Prestige exterior, Prestige 20, it'd be great. And
Why not? Why not interior?
It looked like it matched it exactly, huh?
Why not interior?
Why?
Why not? If all she cared about was the look, lifetime warranty versus 10-year.
I think you're gonna have the better smoky look with the exterior because you're outside of the low E.
I'd agree with that. That makes sense.
I think that exterior 20 looks more smoky. But anyways, I took a really cool picture. I'd already taken it while I was there. They weren't even there. They had me bid the job, not even being there. It was the front of the house. They had sent us a picture ahead of time. But I call her and I explain the options. And she's like, I know this might sound a little crazy, but is there any way that like you can show us an example of what it'll look like on the house, like with AI or something? And I'm like, actually, you're kind of probably talking to the right person. I haven't really done it yet, but I'm going to try right now and I'll let you know. And we already have our example photos in there of what Prestige Exterior 20 looks like. But I was able to give those two images that we already have in Tint Wiz, the image of the front of the house, explain what the film, I told it what the film was, what I needed to do. I need you to make these two windows look like they're tinted in the film of the example photos I just gave you. 2 minutes later, it gave me back two options that were perfect. Like as close as you could possibly get to like what this is going to look like. And I was immediately able to like add it to the bid, send it to her. And
Nate's been doing that.
Dude, I was blown away how good it was. The cool little tip, guys, you can make really cool exterior mock-ups. You just need example photos of what the film looks like. And a picture of the windows that you want to mock it up with. And Perplexity Computer did it with, I didn't give it any kind of fancy prompt. I just gave it that. Example photos, the image I wanted it to edit, told it what I was doing, what type of window tint it was. This is the example photos. 2 minutes later, I had like an amazing mock-up that probably cost like $2 in compute.
I was fine. That job approved when we were in Atlanta. That was my my go-to talking to a lot of people.
Oh,
was look at this.
Yeah.
And they're like, for that, I'm like, yep,
yeah,
Tint Lab.
Dude, that's a cool one. Actually, I need to start doing like maybe screen grabs of me playing with this stuff and start adding those onto Tint Lab. So like, hey, this is how you can do this.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And I think we're also going to start heading to doing at least, we got to ask the community what they want us to cover, but do Q&As possibly once a month.
You know what? I would like to do that. I'd like to play around with AI. Maybe we schedule this soon. I'll figure out when works for my schedule, but we need to figure out probably how to use some way for me to, I need OBS or something. I need to figure that out. AI will help me with that. But to where I can screen share while doing like a live, like specifically on here's the ways I've been playing.
You just got to be that. You just got to be on your computer, and you can be the if we're the admin while we're using the
through school. It allows it. It's built through.
You can screen share.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Of course, it has it built in.
Yeah. So
yeah, that would be fun. Maybe just do a specific. Here's what we've done so far in AI. What have you done? And do a little.
Yeah, we'll show them what we've done, or show them what we're covering. Talk about what we're going to cover, and then just open it up.
Yeah,
for conversation.
Yeah.
One thing I need to do too is we need to find a house that we can do before and afters on, and I'm going to go through all of our lines of film that we can kind of get our hands on. I'm going to hit up manufacturers too and see what films if they were willing to throw out just for photos.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I already told Armando, and I need to follow up. We need to start just having them do before and after shots on as many jobs as possible and tagging the film. And then we've got
we need that too. But like I'm talking about, like we're gonna take two of these cameras, set one up on the outside, leave it in its exact spot, and then it's just gonna be how fast can I tint a window, wipe it down, take a picture from the outside, take a picture from the inside, pull it off, tint the next one. And then take those all at the same size, and then we can make a template to drop them into. And literally, I plan on making it just pretty much a Tint Lab template, or just make it a template with an open circle on the bottom where you can put your logo in there, to where if you want to do when you do proposals through Tint Wiz, and if you have the Tint Lab Tint Wiz, they're already going to be in there. And if you want to put your logo in, put your logo in.
You're giving me a really good idea right now, and this is how we could actually train an agent to then make it automated. If I take whatever front of the home or whatever it is you're going to do this to, take a before picture, I give it all the sample photos I already have. I have it do my AI version of it. You do the physical real version of it. And then we give it both and have it compare and contrast, like where did it mess up or where was it spot on? And now we got an agent that can, at any time, with any picture of any home, give us a representation of what it would look like with whichever film we tell it instantaneously. And we don't ever have to do that again because you've literally given, here's what it generated. Dude, how close was it? Damn, it was exact. Or no, these ones were off. Give it the real world. Okay, this is what it actually looked like. And then see if it can reproduce it again.
Exclusive to Tint Lab members only.
I mean, really, it would just be the time of the install and capturing those pictures.
Yeah.
The rest of it will take an hour tops.
Yeah. It's just we just need to find someone who has either blinds or shutters that are halfway. I mean, maybe we just do Michelle's house again, just do the same one, just do a better setup this time with like an actual camera sitting outside, a nice camera on the inside, leave them on tripods so they're not moving to where we know we're capturing the exact same thing. And just I have like a good 30-minute window to tint that window as many times as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's got to look clean. The water's got to be out of it, but like I can rush through and install to where for a photo for what we're trying to get out of it, we should be able to knock that out like in 45 minutes. Just have everything pre-cut, ready to go. All right, here's this one. Boop.
Yeah.
Slate 10, slate 30, slate 40.
Yeah. And tripod the cameras. So it's the exact same image. Yeah.
I can get SolarGuard to send us samples of shades that we don't do just to upload it in there. I probably can get Hooper to do the same thing. Might be able to get 3M to do it. Talk to them. And to be honest, I'm probably going to reach out to Madigo, reach out to a lot of them and say, hey, this is where it's going to live. And I'm not looking to convert anybody in our class. If they're already coming in using your film, we just want to be able to give them this asset because that would be an asset to have.
Yeah. What's cool though nowadays, like that's one that'll be fun to build, that'll be useful for us, be useful for the community. And it's not really something that's sellable because anybody could go replicate it.
Yeah.
Like, so, but it's just useful.
No, it's just the time to do it and then make the templates and then put it together. It's just, are you going to spend the time and do it? If we've already done it for them, it saves them.
Well, I can see in the not too distant future with these agents and automations getting added in, one here, one there, based off of what's most valuable to do at the time. I could see a point where all of a sudden when we're on the consultation, just like I can immediately, after I've already taken the pictures that I've taken, give them like, instead of the example photo we give them, like the example photo instantaneously in there is what that window will look like.
Yeah. You just got to make sure the prompts and everything are set.
Yeah.
But that's just that you have that as the second layer to like, here, you can do these photos or you can pay for AI. Here's the prompt. Here's the exact way to do it. Load it up and do it if you want to add that to your process.
Yeah.
It just depends. I mean, that could be almost like, depending on the project, if it's a big enough project, yeah, do it because that's going to give you the leg up. But if it's like a set of sliders and the customer sees the photos, regular photos, like, oh, perfect. Let's go. So,
I'm just thinking like eventually it's going to be so easy to just have that be part of the workflow that like, why not?
I think that's something you even pitched, we pitched Eric.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's something.
Just make it to where like you have a click a button on to where I'm going to upload this photo, select the film that I want. Yeah. And then it does it within TintWiz. That would be like end goal.
You know what? I need to ask him, and maybe this isn't a conversation for camera, but fuck it. Whatever. If somebody does it, I don't care. I just want it done. It would be cool. I wonder, I don't know what their API connectivity is for doing this, but I know in Chrome, you can do Chrome extensions that add features to existing apps. So maybe there's a way to create a Chrome extension that if you're running that Chrome extension, all of a sudden it gives you the ability to take the images that's getting the images directly from TintWiz.
Yeah, I think that's how how they'd have to pull that off. They would either integrate it themselves or just add it to where you say, all right,
Well, that's what I'm
Open
saying.
your account here.
Well, instead
connect
of waiting
it.
for them, if there is a way to build my own Chrome extension with AI and then just try it and it's external to them, but it just needs the right API connection. I think that would probably be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's something definitely to talk about with them.
Yeah. I need to get a hold of Eric. I saw, I think he was trying to get on Tomato's podcast, which that'd actually be a fun conversation. If that,
No, yeah, he's talked to me about it a couple
if
times.
that does happen, I will be telling him I'm going to be there. I'm going to tell Ryan, I want to be here for this one, please.
Does Eric golf?
I don't know. I can text him. I'd love to refer him. Get that referral fee. No, that would be a good group for him to a good set of entrepreneurs to be a part of. Like I need to start engaging more in that community. Every time I look through it and I'm reading things, it's like having that much knowledge in one spot. Doesn't matter what industry it is. There is extreme amount of value there.
Well, which golf trips do they have coming up?
I think he's running one every month. I think Payne Valley's next.
Where's that?
I want to say it's Montana.
Do they do them out here ever?
He does the mastermind out here, which I've already went to.
Don't we have a bunch of like badass golf courses?
Yeah, he's a member of one. Yeah, Missouri. Oh no, Payne Valley's in Missouri.
What I'm saying, but we've got like multiple like world class golf courses.
Yeah, no, he does his mastermind every Friday. There's a group of 8, so 2 foursomes. Or actually, it's a group of 6, if I'm not mistaken, because he bounces. Ryan plays the front 9 with one set of guys, plays the back 9 with the other set. So yeah, it's or does he do 5 and 4? I don't remember. I just did it too. I should remember. But it's at Southern Highlands, which I mean, to be honest, if you like, I've gotten to play Southern Highlands twice now. The majority of the courses I've been out here, it's by far one of the nicest golf courses. You don't feel like you're in Vegas. Like it's like so well set in, and with the trees and like the scenery, there's only a couple times where you're at a high enough point. You're like, oh yeah, I'm in Vegas. Otherwise, like it's a beautiful course. Very fun course. So, wish I played better, but I don't know how to play, so it's to be expected.
Well, you just have to put a lot of time and energy into getting good, and that's tough.
Yeah. I think Ryan's down to like 6 or 7 handicap. It might even be lower than that, to be honest.
Oh, are you training for anything right now? Do you have anything coming up?
No, I think I'm going to do Red Rock again, 100K, which if I do commit to that, I actually need to look at the digs. That's in November.
That's in like November, right?
I got to actually start a training plan. Just got Twisted Branch added to my leg. So I've updated it. Put my second time from Tahoe, and then I have Twisted Branch on my leg now. So don't know if I'll do a qualifier this year. Just got too much going
Is
on.
the rollover still gonna count?
Yeah, I made sure of that. I looked that up. Yeah, you can take time off. I just obviously can't put myself in the lottery. As soon as I go again, my tickets stay intact, and then just double up. So I'll go from 16 to 32 the next qualifier I do. So that'll happen in due time.
I gotta get myself back into groove, dude. I've been sucking. I've been running a couple times a week, but like nothing serious at all.
I got up to 30 miles again, but my left foot started hurting. And then just due to Atlanta and all the other stuff we got going on, and now I naturally just backed off. I've been lifting more, but like with pain in my left foot that it just hurt. So it's pretty much gone now.
Is that the one that you've always dealt with?
No, that was the right foot. And honestly, like the pain in the left foot felt like the right. And that's the other reason why I backed off, because I don't need to screw up any more on my toes.
Feet.
I know for a fact that it was a sprain. I sprained one of the small joints in my foot. And it's like I can run on it, but should I? Probably not. So I've been running at least 3 miles, at least 6 times a week, minimally 6.
You've been following any of these big races that have been happening? You see that Cooper Lukenhaus kid, 800 meter, 17 years old. He's a junior in high school.
I saw the middle school girl run like a 4:30.
Yeah, a couple of them did. At the high school level and the middle school level, all like the nationals and stuff are happening right now. These kids are insane. But this kid in Texas, he is run 2 professional races recently. He's not competing in high school because he's in Texas and they don't allow NIL deals. And Nike offered him a deal after last year when he ran like a 142.
Texas doesn't allow high school NIL deals.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So it was
crazy.
So it was either
sell my likeness in high school.
Oh, I mean, he literally, dude. In the last month, he beat the world champ from Worlds from last year, and then just the other day, he beat the Olympic gold medalist in like a lean at the end by like a fraction of I think hundredths of a second. But he's literally on summer break right now. Crazy. Like the biggest prodigy in distance running I think the U.S. has had in a long time. To like be at that level is insane. But yeah, and the college level too is nuts right now too. The how fast everybody's getting is insane.
How's Brooke's foot?
It's healed. She's in Oklahoma right now. She's been running. Her coach gave her a really good training plan. Super detailed with everything. Like I don't have to do a damn thing. Just sit back.
I mean, technically, even if you try to do something, her response should be, "No, I'm doing what my coach says."
No, it's cool.
At that level, they're
well, and she knows what the cool thing is like she knows what she should be doing, and that's the other reason why we really liked going to the school, like listening to the coach, his philosophy, how they do things. But the training plan they send is crazy. They even have a custom app for the strength training they're doing that has a video of each thing they need to do, the movement. They log their workouts in on there. Like what I also really like, he's super pro Strava. He wants all the athletes on there because that's how he's watching what they're doing. Like
connect your watches. I want to see it all.
Yeah, where there's a lot of programs out there that are like super secretive about it and they don't share anything they're doing. And
you can technically make your runs private.
Yeah, but I don't. They don't care even if it's public or not. Like
I know, but like for the schools that are worrying about it, just make it private. And
everybody's doing stuff that's so similar to each other at this point. Like it's, I don't know. It seems kind of silly, and it really is only like the teams like that are like the top teams that are like super secretive of what they're doing. But
yeah. So tinter battles. Are you going to be ready for it? And are you going to be able to handle the worldwide tint crew?
What do you mean?
Oh, they just talking a lot of smack. We got this. We got the 17-year-old.
I know. I'm not the one that doesn't engage with that. Just because it's silly. No, I'm not worried at all. I mean,
got a 17-year-old calling you out.
That's okay. I've had
legend killer,
but I've had that happen for years and years and years now with the young kids we've trained. And even with us training them, I've never been afraid they're going to beat me in a tin-off. If I have a good day.
Strong words.
I mean, here's the thing.
It is. I got Josh to talk some shit.
I'm not talking shit though.
Yeah.
No, well, I'm just like, look,
the whole crew.
We were just talking about running, right? Like for my age right now, I'm not like in the best shape ever, but I'm still probably can dust most 42-year-olds on average, which isn't saying much. But like, I know that like somebody that's my age that has been nonstop running for the last 20 years,
Nick Bear.
I'm not even gonna like it. It'd be foolish of me to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go dust your ass. Like it's not gonna happen.
That's why
on any given day, I could have a bad fucking day and I could lose, like whatever. But like if I put up a perfect window, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, no. I think that's the funniest part of when they are talking. That's my exact sentiment that's going through my head. And it's like, keep talking. Like if I execute the way I know I can execute, you guys are so many years behind me in installation that like the only way I lose to you is if I mess myself up. If I do what I can do, I'm sorry. Yes, if you put out a good window, you could, but you give me 10 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10, probably go 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to beat you. Like, because they're coming out soon. And they're bringing the prodigy with them, which me and Jordan, which I can talk about this because this won't release by the time they're here, so they're not going to hear it. After we're done with the podcast, we're going to print out a permission slip, and hand it to him and say, hey, we got to have to make sure your parents sign this so we can put this out because you are a minor. So make sure you have your mom and dad sign this off. I told Chris yesterday when they come out, I was like, here, how about this? Let's have some fun content. Have him tint a window and I'll tint the same window blindfolded. I'm not confident I'm going to beat him blindfolded. I don't have to look at my window and I'm still going to have a better install than him. And he was like, well, he's never done flat glass. And that's kind of the point too, is we're going to set the rules of he gets to do the install. You guys, anyone can coach him. I mean, shit, I'll coach him through it. I don't care. And then he gets one shot to do it, see how it turns out. And then I get to put a blindfold on and then I got to do it blindfolded, just using my hands and muscle memory and then see who puts out a good window. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't beat him. I think I will, but it's one of those things. It's just, it'd be fun for content too, to see how it goes. And because I know I've challenged people to do a door, because maybe you can even do that with a door with him too, because he's mostly just an auto tinter right now. And I know I can feel my way through hand cutting a door just fine. Like,
yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. It's not me being cocky. It's just whatever.
That's what I say. But yeah, I'm labeled as a cocky one.
Yeah, because
I just literally I say the exact same thing you just said. Is on any given day, as long as I perform the way I know I can, there are a few people in the world that can beat me.
I'm gonna sound like my wife. It's how you say it.
Oh. Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean by it. Like, Film Fest. Well, I had my window in the finals. Like, I got my win. Like, if I would have done my finals window, obviously, like my first round window, I win that competition.
Here's the cool thing. That's what I love about the competitions. Some people go overboard and they take it too seriously and they bitch and complain or whatever. But everybody there is passionate about it and has an ego that they think they can win. And like, I think that's the good thing about the industry, to be an industry that you take seriously and you're trying to like grow. You kind of gotta like
get uncomfortable.
Yeah. And I think have a little bit of you're even just to be in that position of being an entrepreneur or being someone who didn't take the standard path, because this is a weird career. I don't know, just be comfortable taking risks and knowing that like there's going to be failures and, but at the same time, once you start getting good at something like that, you feel like you're like, everybody thinks they're the best when they come to these competitions because they've been putting in the work for years. That's where I think like the
people that have put in the work, yes, which is not a knock on the as unfortunately they get labeled the TikTok or social media tinters, because to me, like when people label people like that, it's just the dumbest shit in the world. But like what they need to understand is just like, I am confident I'm going to beat you because I have that many more reps than you do. And I'm not saying that you can't do it. It's just keep putting in the work. And then, yeah, eventually it's going to happen. Like look at Maxim from last year's winner. Like it was a 10-year track, but at any given time, he is a really good tinter. Like beyond, like he is a top tinter, and things fell his way. Like not say fell his way because it sounds like he just got lucky, because he didn't get lucky. It's just he was on, and he does what he does. Probably I'm going to say
had
like
a
day
good
to
day, and that's what can happen.
And he was consistent. That was the big thing. Well, as soon as you get into the cumulative scoring, it's all right. Yes, can you get into the finals? That used to be the big thing. You got in. All right, now the competition starts. Now it's okay. Did you get in? Did you perform really good to get in? Because if you didn't, you have a huge gap to make up, or at least a couple points to make up, which means that you have to be like a perfectionist in the finals.
That's where I'm like interested to see for us not installing as much anymore. Like that's the one thing that's exciting to me about competing. Like, hey, can I really like not be installing every single day and go be competitive at this thing?
I think I've already proven that.
No, that's fun. And like, that's a cool challenge, but also I'm expecting at some point, so like you said, TikTok tinters, ultimately at the end of the day, if it takes you 3 years to tint your first 1,000 cars or 10 years, like that time can be drastically compressed if the person's a super hustler, they are using TikTok to their full advantage. You know, they're in a different market than said person. What all these extra variables, like I'm not sleeping on these young guys. Like at one point, everybody that's a veteran in the industry with a successful business was that young, hungry guy. They've got all the advantages right now too.
They will be better technically because they started at a much younger age.
Well, it's like the running thing I was talking about. Each generation is making it better for the next by new tools are being invented, new techniques. Stuff like Tint Lab exists now that didn't exist before. Like all the different things that are out there now. It's just so like don't sleep on those young kids. Like pay attention. Like watch what they're doing. Yeah. Like a lot of them are killing it on social media. And they're doing pretty well for themselves. Like, hey, if you're not messing with social media yet and you've been in the game for a while, wake up. Like,
I think what irks the veterans is the fact of like them thinking in a negative light that they're not doing the same quality or they're not setting the customer with the same expectations, which is just in my eyes, it's like you actually got to meet the people first before thinking that way.
Well, again, this is like that scarcity mindset shit. Like, no, like help them. If you think they're doing something wrong, don't be a keyboard warrior in a Facebook group and be a dick. Maybe actually send them a private message and like offer to help or whatever. But I don't know. People getting worked up with each other and spending their time being angry at what somebody else is doing, whether it's some up and coming person or whoever, it just doesn't make sense.
No, you just reminded me of someone. A guy reached out to me and originally it was for, I think, turf film. To begin with, that's how I saw a message come through and I just called him. Just because he was just wondering what film we use and how we use it. We had a conversation about Texas. And then he just recently, which I need to call him back because he sent me the videos and photos. So it's a garage windows frost. I truly think, I don't think that, I actually know what that is film. Is that film? I don't know. But they had a company come in and the first company.
They tinted on the frost and it went clear. Oh, imagine that.
It's how it looked. So they had that company come back out, rip it off, and he had reached out like, hey, what would you go? Would you take the frost off?
No, and exterior.
Yeah, and that's where my thing is. Like through the photos and videos he sent me, it looks like that is just frosted glass. Because I mean, look at the house.
No,
so I think it's naturally frosted glass. To which I told him, it's like you got to go exterior if they're looking for non-reflective, but they don't want to kill the light. QXN40. Like I didn't realize we looked at it yesterday.
Is that available yet?
Yeah, it just dropped.
I need specs.
76%.
No, I need spec sheets.
Oh, when those come, they come.
All right.
All right. I think I might have actually got one or two in a package they sent me the other day, so I'll check when we're done. See if we did. But yeah, I didn't realize that stuff holds out 76% of the heat.
Yeah,
that is. If they get I would love the 25 to be next. Just to have a dark smoke option.
No, to have a 40 that light with a higher heat rejection than the darkest, most reflective thing you can put on the inside of the window, it's pretty killer.
Oh yeah. So it's like I told him, I was like, go exterior, and it's me not telling him. I wasn't telling him to go solar guard just because we buy a lot of solar guard. It's like a solar guard because you're gonna have a 10-year warranty. Yeah. He was more worried about with exterior because what part of Texas he's in. It's windy, it's dusty. I was like, dude, with that. I was like, do you have sauce? And he's like, yep. I was like, yeah. I was like, cover every edge with it. Spray. I'd say I'd do a light coat in the middle of the window, wet your film, stick it. And then you're going to have your typical specs in there. But like that's going to give you a clean enough installed to where it meets the quality of that or the expectation you're going to give your customer. And then they don't have to remove, if it is frost film on the inside, because that's the thing is they're like, do we have to remove the frost? Because his thing is like, all right, I'll remove the frost, I can tint it, and then I can refrost. I was like, yeah, that's one option if it is frosted.
Well, if somebody already put film on it and removed it and it's still frosted, it wasn't film. It's glass.
Well, that's what my thought was. So
it has to be.
I got to call him back.
Unless they're magicians. And
didn't look like majority of the video he sent. Look, majority of his not even stuck. So, I mean, if he's able to present them with an actual solution to where it's like, well, you're the only one that's actually going to solve the problem. Here you go. And yeah. And like he randomly texted me like last week, or not last week, beginning of this week. And then it's like one of those things. He sent a text to me, and usually if someone texts me, I'll start typing, and then I'm like, I'm going to call you.
So context, if you've never dealt with this, if you tint over frosted glass, the surface of the glass that actually has the texture, whether it's film or the glass, the adhesive fills in the pores of the frost and makes it go clear, but not like inconsistently. Yeah. It looks like crap. So you can't tint over the top of it.
Yeah, and their biggest concern for that garage was heat rejection. So I was like,
oh, exterior would be better anyways.
Yeah. And that's where we kind of concluded. So
I just had one of those recently. The exact same thing.
Then I also had to let them know, I was like, do they have controlled air in there? Because if they don't have controlled air, you can put something on that's going to help, but it's still going to be hot as hell.
Yeah, that's the one thing I always mention. Although a lot of the big, nice homes like that, they have a split in the garage.
That's what me and him discussed. And he's like, dude, the size of it, like this house is like, and then when I saw the photos, I'm like, yeah, that's probably controlled. So he was telling me what kind of vehicles and stuff were in there. I'm like, yeah, it's probably.
I would make sure, but I always bring that up. Like, hey, like for heat rejection on the garage, will it help when it's getting direct sunlight? Yeah. Is the ultimate peak temperature in the garage going to get to the same at some point? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have AC in there. So if you really want to solve the problem, you got to put a split unit in there, which honestly you can get for like $3-4 grand.
Yeah. And I assume those houses, majority of them have it. It's going to help. So, but no, tinter barrels will be fun. I'm excited for I'm assuming there's going to be at least a good chunk of installers that are from California that have probably been shit talking competitions for the past whoever knows how long, because, it's either too far for them to go and, we're the best. And like, I've already seen it and I heard it, but I've read it. And it's just like, this is going to be fun.
What now?
Just a lot of the shit talkers that like don't compete because it's either too far away and they don't want to
post and ghost, bro.
No, I'm talking about like, I don't post. It's the other people posting, and then people are replying to it. And like, Mike Burke actually just put out a video. I mean, him and Austin have been doing it too. Cold calling shops, which the only thing.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want
the one advice I would give to Mike, if he ever does hear this for some reason, is push your phone out of shot so you can't see the phone number. I Googled the dude's phone number. I know exactly what company he called. But it's like, just push that out, which there was two parts to it. It was one where he was trying to get a price. And then the second part where Mike told him, like, they actually started having a tinter conversation. And the guy, they were talking like numbers and stuff. And the dude mentioned like, yeah, no, I'm going to a competition in August, tinter battles, and bring a bunch of my guys. Because Mike was asking like how good of an installer he was, how good his installers his guys were. And of course, we're all the best. But there's going to be I would say I'd be shocked if 50% of the installers there won't be shocked if 50% of the installers there are California, mostly probably centrally located LA.
It's a good name for a tint shop. We're the best window tint.
DJ Khaled, make a ringtone or something.
Yeah, I really like seeing those. Some stuff Austin's doing that I see when he's describing like some of the ways that they schedule is like, I like it. Like, hey, you want to get on the schedule? Okay, cool. Then like, don't even bring up price.
Yeah.
If they're not asking about price,
yeah,
price is no object.
Yeah, I've told our front that like, if someone wants to book, just book them.
Yeah,
they've booked it.
Good stuff.
If they've booked it and we've got a deposit to hold that spot, like, let them come in. You don't gotta hit them with anything. A lot of times, I'd say the people that are doing that, they already know. A lot of it's referral or it's repeat, so they already kind of know. But the person that is
but
just
why add the objection if you don't?
Well, no, I 100% agree, because if it's someone who just literally looked up your company and you saw the reviews, because another thing, like I'll agree with Austin too, is like you gotta have to cultivate your reviews. Your reviews is what's going to help you sell. I think Austin's got like 1,400 or something like that, which that allows him to dominate his market.
Yeah,
like. Yeah. So when that person calls the book, it's like, I don't care about price. I've read your reviews. Like, no matter what it kind of costs, obviously you guys are doing something right. You have, for us, we have over 2,000. It's like you have 2,000 reviews. Like,
so here's the hack to getting a lot of reviews, guys. Pay attention. Do really high quality work and take care of your customers.
Shocker.
That's the number one thing. Then comes everything else. Do you have automation following up with people to get reviews?
Are you asking?
Yeah, but number one is lead with the customer first. Like, how can I provide the absolute best possible experience to my customer? and make them want to go brag to their friends and family and take the time to leave a review.
Yeah.
Then everything else follows after that.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. And that's the biggest thing. That was the thing that me and Mike talked about at in Atlanta. And then while we were sitting down at the bar, day one, it was, you have to hit everything on the head before you even get to the installation. And then after the installation, you got to do the same thing. Like the customers that you brought up that we didn't know that things were going on. And I eventually got brought into like one or two of them after I exhausted through either the sales, and then I went through the manager. And it's a lady with turf film. Unfortunately, her turf did burn. We're switching out to, it was a pristine before we made the hard turn just to go straight Zen. And turf burned. And I'd explained to her, like, if it burned, technically, we got to go straight to perf now, because I know that's what's going to take care of you. But unfortunately, I think there was miscommunication between her and Kevin to where she thought like she's going to have to pay to get her turf replaced. I'm like, no, I still, beyond the $1,000, we still take care of our customer. I'll replace it. And she's like, it's expensive. I'm like, yeah, but out of 100 jobs, if you're the one house that happens to, like I have 99 successes beyond that. Yeah, it's a small cost, but in the grand scheme, like, is that really that out of the cost that I just take care of you and make sure that you're happy, that your turf isn't burnt, and I make sure I solve the problem?
Yep.
No, because now you're going to go talk to your friends. And this poor lady too, with her backyard, she's had so many different things just so happened to go wrong. First time the turf was installed, you could see the seams everywhere. She got it replaced. Then it got replaced, then it got burned. While they were replacing it the second time, they drove a nail through to anchor it down, drove a nail into her irrigation. So now her backyard flooded into her neighbor's backyard. One of the windows broke that we installed, which it's like, one of her friends was like, well, yeah, your warranty's going to tint your windows. Which just, she had a small panic. And I was like, well, no, we're replacing it. Like, that's what the warranty's for. And I was like, and that was one of the reasons why we're making kind of that hard switch straight to Zen, is because Pristine's been a little bit more touch and go with certain type of windows. So it was like, she's like, well, I really want to try this. I would want to do the Zen. I was like, yeah, but if I put the Zen on now and it burns again, like my pivot is, I was like, I can do that for you. But now we're at a point where the guarantee's gone. The only way I can put that guarantee back on is I put perf on your windows. She's like, it's ugly. I'm like, I agree. 100%. That's why we found the film that we have. And what Kevin meant by we're the only ones is that we are the only authorized dealer in Vegas right now to sell that film with that warranty. And she was like, oh, okay, got it. So
we are putting the Zen 55 on?
I'm gonna go above and beyond. But how we're gonna do it though is I want to go look at her backyard. Then I'm going to put Zen on everything, and then we're gonna put down sample pieces of turf. So she bought it from SWG, the warehouse, the guy we did his house to begin with.
Oh yeah,
I forget his name. Yeah. And he even he told her like to use us because I know we took care of his problem too. So we're going to go get a sample from there, put it down, put the film on, and see if it happens. Because it's burning all in the same spots it was burning when it didn't have tint on the windows. So it's just not just one spot, it's multiple spots. So if it was just one spot, I'm wanting to go see if there's a metal object somewhere around in our yard, which he's catching a reflection on that just we didn't see. Yeah. So it doesn't seem like that's the case. And I was like, unfortunately, you're part of the like 1 out of 100. Like we had 2 turf burns last year. I think it's safe to say we did at least 100 or more turf installations.
No, we did like 200.
Yeah, so like at 1%.
Yeah, and we haven't had any failure with Zen 55 yet. So.
No, and that's where she was wondering. She's like, well, is it going to be a more of a guarantee? I was like, we've only been using it for a certain period of time that I'm not comfortable saying yes. What she understood. I was like, I don't have the data yet. Like haven't installed it enough. Like that's what we switched to. We are selling it, but I don't have enough data to tell you that it has a better chance of not burning than the Pristine. Because the Pristine, we have a very high success rate. It's like 98, 99%. We have a few odd.
Installed 55 quite a bit now. No.
Yeah, but we've only been doing it for middle of last year, and it was because we were selling both products. Unfortunately, Zen is an extremely expensive product that it wasn't going on everything. So after this year, by the end of the year, if we haven't had any by the end of the year, then it's a better performer. Numbers wise, it shows it's a better performer. I'm not comfortable with replacing her turf and then tinting, ripping that tint off, retinting with everything, and then telling her, oh yeah, still has a guarantee. Like, nah, I just like no matter what, it's gonna be perf if you want the guarantee. Which she's dreading, which I was like, I agree with you. perf looks like crap. Even the clear has its downfall. You can't tell from the outside, which is great, but from the inside you get a hazy look.
Yeah.
And you just spend 20 grand, 30 grand on your backyard. Now you're looking through a haze. Like, that's the downfall to it. It's got 100% guarantee, but there's still a drawback on what you look through.
Yeah.
So
ultimately, I think that's probably a good option for the person that just doesn't want to spend any more money, doesn't have like some crazy view, which typically the person with the crazy view probably has the money to spend. So it actually kind of goes together. It's just finding one that actually doesn't fail in the heat out here in 6 months is an issue.
Yeah, no, that's the hard part, which I think the perf screens are getting better and better. So eventually there'll be one that is perfect for us.
Well, we've never had the issue with the printed or white, like gray or white. It's always been just fine.
Yeah.
But just people don't want that look. And
that's why I told her too, is like, I was like, I'll print the gray for you. We really don't offer it anymore, but I'll print gray for you and put it on. But she's worried, like, I just did my backyard. I want to look through my windows. And then she's also worried about how much light's going to get cut off. And I was like, if I put the 55 on, it's going to be the same amount of light if I put the 50-50 perf on. Like,
yeah, but the 55 will look like more light's
coming in.
It's going to look way better.
But if you're going to gauge how much visible light's coming through, I'm going to cut off half the window, or I'm going to cut off half the window through a film. Either one's going to be.
When we do those example before and after pictures, we can't forget to not do those, and even do one where those are side by side. Printed perf next to Zen 55, them each by themselves with nothing next to them, and then both of them side by side, interior, exterior, would be a good example.
We got to come up with that list, and then me and Jordan got to set time aside for that. But no, excited.
What else is up?
Nah, nothing. Getting ready for Tinter battles and WFCT. Keep getting our way through summer. Seems like everyone's typically had the same kind of year. Slow to start, picked back up, and things are going good. People are busy. I think everyone has had their same typical drawbacks through the year. But
so actually, that's something. When I was playing around with AI, like more in depth on our like little dashboard and trying to just get feedback on pricing and stuff. And for the flat glass side, one of the agents that I had do research just on the market in general found home sales in, I think I heard a podcast talking about this, so I wanted to look at it. Like home values haven't plummeted, but transaction volumes have. Like this time this year compared to the same time last year, home sale transactions in the valley right now are down like 35% or something. Yeah. Some like crazy number. And it would actually make really good sense in explaining how like this could actually, the fact that we're having the numbers we're having is actually like a really strong sign considering how much residential we do and how much fewer transaction volumes happening.
People are staying in their homes.
Well, I think we're probably lucky, and I didn't dig deeper into it. I should. I think we do a lot of the really high end of the market, which is where the transaction volume maybe necessarily hasn't slowed down as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, anybody out there, this is maybe another thing you can comment. How's the year been going for you? Seem good? Not as good as normal? Because by all metrics, based off of like the nationwide housing, like transaction volumes, everyone should be slower in flat just because there's not as many people buying new homes or moving. So that would be an interesting. I want to get feedback from anybody that's still listening.
I've gotten mixed reviews, a lot more on positive. It's been a good year ahead of last year. I mean, Ryan being one of them. But I think what changed for him on that was the pricing, looking at his pricing differently and all changing his pricing to fit his company, his needs better.
Yeah.
Is ballooned his payments or ballooned his price to where he's well ahead of where he was the year before. So seeing that text was awesome.
Yeah, hot tip. If capacity is your problem, price is the lever to pull. Because if you can only do so much work and you're maxed out, you're not charging enough.
Yeah.
Charge more.
But no, as for the rest of the year, looking forward to the competitions. Looking forward to Panorama meeting. That's in Coronado, San Diego this year. So really looking forward to that.
When is that? Is that in September?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Yep. Busy.
Okay.
Very busy end of the year. So, and then hopefully by then, I think that's when we're next class for Tint Lab is running in September.
Yeah, September. Yeah. If you're interested in Tint Lab, you've been following along. I get people calling all the time, scheduling calls to join Tint Lab that have been listening for a long time, and they're just now finally contacting us. Hit us up for Tint Lab. We can help you out, especially if you've got a couple years experience.
September is starting to, it's starting to fill. It's going to fill quick, especially right now. And then first come, first serve basis. So
SEMA too. SEMA week.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a good spot to wrap it up and get after the second half of the year and see how it goes.
Awesome.
Till next time, guys.
I almost thanked you for being here.
Later. Thank you. No problem.